Greetings and welcome, brave citizens of our new world. I am Toronto's greatest supervillain and evil genius, Dr. Terawatt. This is our Layer 3.0, and today is day 17 of our VEDA challenge. VEDA, vlogging every day in April. My God, we're over halfway. On to the questions. Alright, important question. While doing science in the comfort of the lab, pants or no pants? Small in-between pajama pants, normally. Today I'm wearing jeans because I was out getting parts earlier, and after this I'm going to be going to get more parts later for all those plasma guns that I was telling you guys that I was putting together that I'm really excited to test out on people. Okay, so first it was gel nanas showing up at random in my place when you load a save in a mission in XCOM 2. Now there are friggin' snowballs showing up in my clothes dryer that I am guessing that one person that is trying to instigate a psychic snowball fight with you. Did I somehow piss you off in a past life or recently that is causing this, or is it random happenstance? Either way, this is getting weird. I would like to start my two-part apology by saying I think you're a great person and you're a fantastic fan. Secondly, I'm very sorry that that's happening. It's random happenstance. Hey Doc, let us say that you are in the final steps of becoming the leader of the world with millions and millions of people behind your back, but then discover that there has been a secret group, i.e. the Illuminati, who has been controlling the world since the dawn of time, and they offer you a seat in their council. What do you do? I offer them a seat on my council if they would like. They can join the regular population, and if they don't, we have this long, lovely list just off camera, of things that we do, like feeding them to a pit of hamsters high on angel dust. How do you feel about the whole YouTube ad revenue situation that is going on this site right now? Here's the thing, I actually get like 99+% of my revenue, my money that I'm making from doing this, from other places. Things like Patreon, primarily Patreon. Your donations, linked down below, monthly, help me keep this place running and has been fantastic. Additionally, I do streaming on Twitch, and there are people who occasionally throw chunks of change at me in varying sizes that have been helping me pay the rent, buy parts, and make stuff. I once got a check from YouTube like 5 years, I think, into making videos, and it was a check for like 120 bucks. Even if I made partner and I was, you know, 1 million subscribers in and my videos were all monetized and things like that, and I was getting like, I don't know, 500k views a video or something like that, like something really good, even then, it's not really worth it. So there's a lot of creators you'll see that are moving from trying to get partner on YouTube to just getting people to donate to them regularly on Patreon, because if somebody really likes your content, then you can just skip the middleman and go straight to receiving donations from people that like your stuff. Which area of space exploration do you feel is not well understood by the public? All of it. Where do you see evil incorporated in 10 years' time? 2 places. 1, ruling the world, or 2, somewhere in the ashes of the destroyed civilization that is our society. So with your whole living forever thing, will you get rid of the death penalty or save it for those that can't be reformed? Fun thing about the death penalty, when death is no longer assured, it carries a lot more weight. So we will be keeping it, but it will be used in very extenuating circumstances, yes. Heard you were going to YetiCon. I'll be there all weekend as well. My question is, would do pool party hangouts with the idle trash master? That is me. I guess if you're there, and I am in the pool, and you are also in the pool, then yeah. There's gonna be a lot of people there. I'm told it's basically just a resort. It's like a ski resort, but it's in the middle of the summer, so it's just pool parties and hangouts, and you get to see beach episode version Doc, which is really just me in swim trunks and a lab coat, so what's your best feature, Doc? Oh, I like to think it's my eyes, and you know, I have very nice cheekbones and this jawline right here. This area sometimes is my favorite. Some days not so much. So the tech school is a go. If you were to make a classes that used video games to teach lessons, what games would you use for what subjects? I'm not necessarily sure which games I would use for certain subjects, but I do know that I would use games like Dark Souls to teach people the crippling value of crushing failure. Because that's what those games taught me, and let me tell you, it is a lesson I carry with me every day of my life. A superhero that you would be glad to be defeated by? If doing VEDA does eventually creep towards being a daily chore, how do you keep the enthusiasm up? You guys, sending in lots of questions every day keeps me going, because I love, despite the fact that it's a huge amount of energy and it costs a lot of time out of my day that I would rather be spending doing things like building guns or taking over the world, it is amazing and it's super fun to interact with you guys, my brave citizens, my awesome fans. You guys are just absolutely worth it. Also, I typically have, like, off-camera a friend or something who's there to sort of give me energy. And getting sleep. Sleep also helps. Subpar! Oh, now you done fucked. I'll destroy your lowly 9, your inferior hidden base using my laser dirigible. Really? Really, Dr. Apocalypse, you're gonna use blimps? The freaking 1800s called. They want their obsolete technology back. Not only will I see you coming, I'll see you coming from a mile away for 3 weeks. Next thing, you'll have your Derringer Brigade on the back of snails! If you're going to be in charge of the entire world and the disposal of humans isn't on the agenda, how do you plan on actively repairing the ozone layer? I have ideas that involve introducing invasive plant species back into their natural habitats, but it would cost humans theirs. The ozone layer that protects us from things like cosmic radiation and a bunch of other wild stuff is primarily composed of O3 particles, oxygen 3. When harmful rays and stuff like that smash into those particles, they split it into O1 or O2 particles, or 3 O1 particles. The O2 particles are just kind of floating around and doing whatever. They'll drift down usually into the rest of the atmosphere and become parts of things like water or air that we breathe. But the O1 particles are actually unstable and will seek to bond with other particles. So they will try to either bond with another O1 becoming an O2, or they'll bond with another O2 becoming an O3 again. So they'll split and then come back together. Now here's the problem. Carbon dioxide and carbon in general, like a lot of those chemicals that get into our upper atmosphere, when those O3 particles break apart, they bond with the O1 particles that are unstable and looking for something to stick to. That's what's weakening our ozone layer, because then when the oxygen bonds with those chemicals instead of an O2, then it steadily over time depletes the O3 particles in our ozone layer and creates weak spots. We can actually repair those by pumping huge amounts of O3 back up into the ozone layer. And O3 can be artificially generated through things, it's a process similar to electrolysis, but it requires a lot of energy and particle accelerators, but can be done and is doable. It just requires a lot of energy. But thankfully, with things like fusion reactors or green energy initiatives, you could create factories that generate O3 and pump it into the atmosphere. There are ways to fix the ozone layer without having to get crazy man-eating plants. Recluse, what the frig? And that is all the time that we have for today. That is all of our questions. So thank you again for everybody for sending in all of your questions that you sent in today. If you have any more questions, or if I didn't get to yours today, leave it in the comments section down below. And until next time, my brave citizens, I am Toronto's great supervillain and evil genius, Dr. Terawatt. This is our Layer 3.0, and I will see you tomorrow on our next episode of VEDA. End of line.